It's going to be a long one today. A long one today. Woke up at, I don't know, like 4:40 this morning. Had a few things bouncing around my mind. Ate some ice cream last night before I went to dinner. Was wondering if eating sugar maybe is harmful to the sleeping patterns. I could see how it could be. Haven't done any research into it other than the research I do on the results I see in my own body and my own feelings. And I think a lot of us, I don't know, kind of ignore some obvious things that we experience in life in the favor for some scientific research. And we believe, I know it's going to sound crazy, but what some research says over what we experience in our own lives on a day-to-day basis. And I think at least for me, the most important research being done out there is the research done in this body on a daily basis. When I put my body through various things, I see how it reacts. And oftentimes don't feel the need to, I don't know, find out how other bodies or other laboratories or what have you, what results they get, because, you know, I get results on my own tests I do every day. But bottom line, again, I had some ice cream last night and I didn't sleep too well. Makes me wonder if ice cream does negatively impact sleeping. Just showing you a little bit of the snow out there. We got, several inches. We got a little truck. Where is it? Right there. It's just kind of a pickup truck with a plow in front of it, doing the parking lot right outside my window. Kind of surprised with the size of the parking lot. It's not a bigger plow or a bigger truck or what have you, but I guess it looks like it's doing a pretty good job. They do a good job of it. Apparently the people that own that parking lot, he's driving kind of quick. So I don't know if you could see him. To me, I'd be a little frightened that if I was him, that I'd fishtail and hit one of those light posts. He seems to know what he's doing. Did a really neat video last night, I thought at least, where I went for a nice walk through downtown in the snow. I had a lot on my mind and was just watching the snowfall. Can I do this in the dark? It's probably too dark. What if I turn on a little bit of a light? Like my bathroom light. I don't want to turn on the whole... Will that provide enough light? Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll provide just enough light. We'll do it. Might have to sneeze. I'm gonna hang out in the dark here. I'm hiding behind my refrigerator. I'm not actually hiding behind my refrigerator, but the refrigerator is between me and my bathroom light. Get a little water. What am I gonna do about my cable? I really want my fireplace back. I want my cable back. I want my TV back. Hello, management company. It's been 2 weeks. I don't think you're doing a dang thing to fix my cable. I try to talk about positive stuff and being grateful and thanking Jesus or God or whatever. Having a positive attitude, but It's not like things don't piss me off from time to time. And I don't think the lack of cable's what pisses me off. I think they're just attitude that we send an email in is enough. You know, that fulfills their responsibility that they emailed somebody about the lack of cable. I want heads to roll. I want somebody on the horn going, hey, we got a building. It doesn't have the cable. What are we gonna do about it? We're gonna not do a damn thing. We're gonna send an email to somebody else and pass the buck and not get it fixed. I will tell you what, that pisses me off. But I breathe and try and be okay. Despite all of that. We'll do it like this today. Oh, how's that? How's that? Is that better? You guys probably want to watch the snowfall out my backdrop. That's kind of cool, isn't it? There we go, kinda. I don't know. Do you want to do that? Thank you, Nate. But can you imagine? Again, it's not just that I'm out of cable. It's that they kind of go, oh, I emailed somebody. Whoa! It's going to be a long day the way this one's starting. Is it my eyesight or am I blurry? We'll go like that. That's pretty enough. Hold on here. Let me clean my phone. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's nice. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It's Wednesday morning. It is 5:22 a.m. It is December 10th. Coffee with Ken is a show I have been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing a little bit about the adventure that we have in life. Ooh. Hold on there. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's where we're going. Nathan said just enough light. Oh no, that maybe was too much light. This might be just enough light. My dim little lamp over there, my candle, the glow of a snowy outdoors outside my window. I mean, it might be a little too dark. Maybe a little too dark. Hold on. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably just enough light. Again, I don't like the white light that's hitting my face right now. But anyway, again, what was I saying? Wednesday morning, Coffee with Ken. It's a show I've done for quite some time. It is a show about me talking and sharing some feelings and kind of sharing a little bit about life, kind of sharing the journey that is life. I think the best stories we kind of ignore because we're always in a rush or thinking about the future, thinking about the past, and we don't notice the fun things that are going on right in front of us every day. And I tell those little stories. It might bore the crap out of you, but I just don't care. You don't have to watch if you don't want to. Because I'm here to tell those little stories that we all have, those little, I don't know, potholes we hit, or the bills we have to pay, or the struggles we have, or the kind of fun little things that happen as we walk through our lives. Oh. But for those that have been watching a while, you know it is not just a show about me talking. I got a little surprise for you today. Oh, you're lucky to be watching this show. I went shopping yesterday. Oh, I did go shopping yesterday. I can't even sit here. I better take my first sip. I am so excited to have my first sip at this early hour. Because as you know, if you've been watching a while, it's not just a show about me talking. It is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have this nice hot cup of coffee. And again, I'm very, very, very excited to have my first sip at this extremely early hour on this snowy Wednesday morning. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you've got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. I didn't really know what to expect. It's the Starbucks Peppermint Mocha. Let me have another sip. Oh. The mocha, the chocolatey side is very subtle. Maybe I didn't add that many coffee grounds. The peppermint's very obvious. I'll show you the bag. It's kind of a fun looking bag. You might not be able to tell, but it's pink, and it's a 17-ounce bag, and I bought it yesterday. And I'm looking forward to drinking this cup. And this pot as I go through my morning today, because I got a busy morning ahead of me. Can I adopt you to sponsor your education in the U.S.? No. I'm not even tempted to adopt you to sponsor your education in the U.S. I got 4 beautiful kids of my own. One's a sophomore in college. The other's going to be going in a year or two. And I got my hands full. I've got my hands full. Oh. Lisa, who I'm a little suspicious about, and when I say a little suspicious, Lisa, I think you're a troll, asks, are you a substitute teacher or a substitute teacher's aide? Why are you asking that, Lisa? It's like certain people, and maybe they're not trolls, maybe they're just people that ask I don't know, certain questions that kind of crawl under my skin for some reason. And I generally don't keep people around that ask questions that crawl under my skin for very long. Let's see. You look. I can't read what that says. Oh. The public school system needs all the help they can get. I'll tell you what, I think it's changed a lot. I go into class, and there's what's called EAs in a lot of classes. And an EA, I think, stands for educational assistant. Um, and granted, I've been in a emotional behavioral disorder class as well as a special needs class. And maybe the amount of teachers or adults or educational assistants or whatever you want to call it is surprisingly high in those classes. I was in a emotional behavioral disorder class, and there were three of us. It's funny because like two of them will be educational assistants or whatever you want to call it, and I'll be subbing for the teacher, and I've never subbed before, I've never taught before, but I get at the teacher's desk, and there's the ones with the experience and know what they're doing. And kind of I let them run the class because they know what they're doing. But I at the teacher's desk, it feels a little funny that way. But either way, my point was the ratio of teachers to kids is fairly high. Extremely high at the last class I was in on the other day. I'm going today, and I'm going to be working in a little nervous. I mean, I'm a little nervous for multiple reasons. I sub at a local school, or excuse me, a local school district, and just started doing it maybe a month or so ago. And I've been doing it like once or twice a week and enjoying it a lot. But I'm a little nervous because I don't overly know what I'm doing. I'm good with kids. I'm fairly smart and I'm well educated, but I don't know what I'm doing. I try my best. I have a positive attitude. I work real hard, but I'm a little nervous. I don't know, where the teacher's lounge is or where the bathrooms are or when recess is, or do I cover the recess or not? And I think that's all going to come with experience. But every time I go into a new school, I'm meeting all sorts of different people and I'm meeting all sorts of new kids. And it kind of makes it fun because I think if you're working at the same school, at the same class, 5 days a week, maybe that could be tiring. But I get to mix it up and I don't have to work every day if I don't want to. There's shifts available every day. So when I can, I've been picking them up and really enjoying the crud out of it. Again, it just feels so nice as a man that's 57 now and has spent a lifetime almost chasing paychecks and commission jobs to work something that doesn't pay a ton. And I think teachers get paid pretty well, honestly. Even substitutes get paid fairly well. I got my first paycheck last night. It was a little more than I expected. It's only for 3 days, but it was a little more than I expected. Felt good. And I'm looking forward to it today. And I'm working my first middle school day today. I'm a little nervous about that. I don't know exactly what my role is, if they're gonna put me in a certain class or if I'm gonna be moving around from class to class as needed. You just kind of make yourself I feel I just go in and take care of what's needed. If they need me to sort books in a library, I'll do it. If they need me to help a child that needs extra attention, I'll do it. If they need me to go out on recess duty, I'll do it. And it all feels really good. I look a bit like the Liverpool manager. It's not Ernie Slot, it's Arnie Slot. You're misspelling his name, Muhammad. It's funny that I happen to know the person you're talking about and know how to spell his name. It's Arne. I'd never heard of the guy before I went on live on YouTube. And yeah, I've heard I look like Arnie Slot. Ba-da-boo-boo, ba-da-boo-boo. Huh? I don't know. I'll just get to that. Oh, so it's going to be a long day today. It is going to be a long day today. Did I stay warm on my walk last night? Did you join me on my walk last night? I thought it was beautiful. I really enjoyed doing that and going for a stroll. It got my mind off something that's kind of been weighing fairly heavily with me, or on me. And it was beautiful. The snow was coming down. It's still coming down, but I don't think it's coming down as hard as it was last night. It wasn't really very cold. It was upper 20s, and it was beautiful. I was out there for about an hour. Got a chance to talk to a couple people and show off my beautiful town. It was at one point during my video, the video stream died. And I think I was either in a blank spot right by the YMCA where I work out every day, where I couldn't get a signal, or perhaps I hooked into the Wi-Fi of a local area business and then got disconnected. So I started up my live again while I was out there and ended up getting a huge audience on the second half of the show. And that was kind of neat. I had 100 plus people watch it and picked up 36 subscribers. I think a lot of people, there's probably a lot of interest in snow and probably weather as a whole. But I think snow's, fairly beautiful, and there's places in the world that don't get to see snow ever. So I think it was probably neat, and that's part of the reason I did it. Somebody is on a vacation to the Philippines for 7 months. What are you doing on vacation for 7 months? That doesn't sound like vacation. That's not a vacation. Nobody goes on vacation for 7 months. What are you doing in the Philippines? You must be on work or something like that. And that's okay. Or if you're just taking a really long vacation, seems a little long for a vacation. I might get bored on the vacation. You might have to find a job while you're working in the Philippines. I don't know what type of jobs are available in the Philippines, but you might have to find one. I sound like a lot of guys from Wisconsin that you went to college with. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense because I'm not even from Wisconsin. You're living in the boonies. You went to the river today to swim. Are you living in a hut? Are you on some sort of, I don't know, Christian mission or some spiritual mission? Or are you rebuilding the infrastructure? Or seems like an interesting vacation. My Wisconsin accent is not thick. I don't have a Wisconsin accent. I've been here like 7 months. Come on. I give undercover police officer vibes, so don't mess with me. I might tase you if you're naughty. Somebody says death is life. Well, it's certainly a part of life, and I don't think it's something we should necessarily be afraid of. It's something that almost in a twisted way should inspire us. If we could live forever, there wouldn't be really any point to accomplishing anything, because we could always do it tomorrow. But knowing that life is finite kind of gives me motivation to get out there and get something done. Somebody says live our best life now, and I guess that's what I'm saying. And it's a balance between being okay with this, as you are and I am and we all are right now, sitting here drinking coffee early in the morning on a Wednesday morning, but also trying to get a little better tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, serenity. Assume you're thinking of Seinfeld when you say serenity. That was one of the later episodes of Seinfeld. I think Seinfeld kind of jumped the shark like a lot of shows do. They better not cancel class today. I'm a little worried with the snow that they're going to cancel class or make it, what do they call, home study. I wonder if you can substitute as a home study person. Like I've signed up. And how could I do it without my internet? Could I do it via phone? These were the thoughts that were waking me up this morning. Yes, they were. Am I a teacher? Well, I started substitute teaching a few weeks ago and have enjoyed that a lot. Am I a teacher? I guess. But again, I'm just substituting and have only done it for a few weeks, but I do enjoy it. And I think I provide a different vibe than a lot of the teachers. I've only done elementary and pre-K so far, or 4K or whatever it's called here in Wisconsin. I think I provide a very different vibe than most of the teachers. I think most people that get into the educational system are very much rule followers. And I am not, I'm not as much the biggest I don't like to get in trouble, but I still do sometimes. So I'm a little different than most of the experiences kids have there. I'm kind of a big kid myself and try and just make the kids feel important and needed and special and loved. And I like to have fun with them. You want to go make a coffee? Well, go do it. Go do it. Somebody said I would need a computer. Well, what am I going to do? Hopefully we have class today because I have a computer. I just don't have internet. Dang building. Again, it's not that I don't have my TV or my internet even. It's that I know you're not doing a darn thing except emailing somebody and saying, hey, internet service, or you sent an email like 2 weeks ago. Let's see, subbing. Evening from Australia. Tammy, did you watch me? I did a live show walking last night, and I was thinking of you and the other Australian viewers. I went out and walked around town for about an hour in the snow, and I thought it was really a beautiful couple videos. So if you have the desire and you want to see me on the street walking through snow and talking to people and showing off the town, I did a couple last night that are on YouTube, and should check it out. I think they went real well. Good morning, Molly Miller. Oh, look at Molly Miller. Molly Miller is in green today. Molly Miller, I'm so excited you're in green today. I think you were on my show and fairly active yesterday. And I so appreciate you becoming I don't know what it is, member of the Coffee with Ken Club. Tammy, yeah, I did 2 videos. They're called A Snowy Walk on a Tuesday night in Appleton, Wisconsin, part 1 and part 2. I had some internet issues and the phone disconnected. So I started it up again and ended up doing it for about an hour. And it was, I think, it was a beautiful night. And the snow was coming down real heavy, and I stuck my head in a bar for a little bit and talked to the bouncer there. I don't know if she was a bouncer, but she was carding people, or would have been carding people. The place was fairly packed. She says it normally gets much more crowded. You get insomnia quite often. You had brain surgery, so I'm up early when your anxieties aren't high. Well, I think you're gonna like my stuff. I think you're gonna like my videos because I talk a lot about my own anxiety. Am I at a hospital or a hotel? Oh, I guess my answer would be no. It's kind of funny. No is a complete sentence, they say. Somebody asked me, am I at a hospital or a hotel? No. I feel, it's hard to stop there. You feel the need to explain more, even though you really don't have to, because she didn't ask anymore. She just asked if I was at a hospital or a hotel. So yeah, there's what it looks like out there. We got a truck plowing the parking lot across the way. But I'll tell you what, the snow is really coming down, and I thought that video that I did last night was really cool. It was just a beautiful, beautiful day, or a beautiful night last night. And it was fun just walking around and showing off the town and what have you. Let's see, hold on here. Yeah, I wanted to join you on your walk, but we have about 3 feet of snow on the ground. Okay, well, gotta get changed for the tire. I'll tell you what, people hop on the, I follow a couple Appleton groups or Wisconsin groups here on, or not here, but on Facebook. And people talk about how do you drive, and I don't know. They talk about things like chains on the tires, or I've not ever seen a car really with the chains on the tires. Oh, Kitty gave her subscribe. Yeah. It would be fun if I delivered pizzas on my lives. Huh. Not for me. Who needs chains? We have to break the chains that bind us. Break free of those chains. Who needs chains on our tires or our lives or our dreams or our thoughts? Somebody says a 4x4. I don't drive a 4x4. For anyone that's watched my show for any length of time, I got exciting stories about my Kia Soul. I told you I took the day off yesterday. I'd worked the previous 7 days and I didn't work yesterday. I felt, while I need the money, I work as a waiter at one job, as a bartender at another, and I started substitute teaching a few weeks ago. because of that, I kind of work, it's easy to work every day. But if you work every day, it's hard to keep up with just basic things you have to do in life. Um, like going to the gym or eating healthy. I find it kind of hard, especially with the weird schedule that I might work. Well, for instance, tonight I'm starting at a school at 7:30 this morning, and I'm not going to get home till probably 11 or 12 tonight, because right after substitute teaching, I'm going to bartend at a restaurant. And let me tell you, that's going to be a long day. Not a lot of time to work out at the gym. Yeah, to work out at the gym or really pack a lunch or eat healthy or do just a bunch of stuff. Take care of things you got to take care of. And again, I moved up to Wisconsin in February. I hadn't gotten a driver's license or new license plates on my car. And I'm proud to say yesterday I went in and got my driver's license. Actually didn't get the driver's license. I got a piece of paper. They're sending me the driver's license. And I got my new plates, and they are on my car. It cost way more money than I expected to. It was like $395. I don't know if it's because I had to register the car all over again in a new state, but it seems like a scam. $395. Yeah, I feel like I got screwed. I mean, they were very nice, but $395? But either way, I got Wisconsin plates on and have a driver's license now for Wisconsin. Appleton is a nice town. Why did I need to change plates? Well, I'm not totally sure. I think you're legally supposed to. And again, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't like getting in trouble. I get annoyed when I get in trouble. Plus, I didn't have any way to get the stickers. You know, you need to put stickers on your license plate. And they had expired. I bought the car in November last year, so the stickers on my license plate said November 2025, I guess. So they expired about 10 days ago. So anytime you're driving, you're kind of risking a cop seeing your plates and pulling you over and giving you a ticket. And again, I just didn't want to deal with it. But I was a little disappointed at $395. I'm not going to lie. Let's see. Let us see. Go outside and show you the snow. No, I did that yesterday. I went for a lovely walk through town while it was snowing and was on an hour-long live video last night. And if you want to see the snow, you can look it up. They were 2 videos on my live stream last night. By the way, I'm a little frightened by AI, artificial intelligence, but I'm starting to get my brain around the power that it is and the use I have for it, because you guys might not know what a thumbnail is, but a thumbnail is basically a fancy little picture you put on a YouTube video to give a flavor for what that video is and to draw people into it, rather than some dumb picture of me just sitting there that is my default picture on all my YouTube videos. You can create, I don't know, a more artistic picture that will encourage people to click on your video. And I can't tell you how easy it is to go to ChatGPT and say, hey, create a thumbnail for my YouTube video titled This. And they do a great job, and they created a great mood, and I think my thumbnails are wonderful. Let's see, hold on. What did Molly say? I gotta pay Molly gets special attention because Molly's name is in green. Want to do some Pilates? No. That's the special attention you get, Molly. Now you see the amazing benefit for turning your name green. No, I don't want to do any Pilates. I went for a walk on Superior Street. I'm not sure I did. Maybe I did. I don't even, somebody's asking about Superior Street. I mean, it sounds familiar, but I think I live near it, but I offhand cannot picture Superior Street. So perhaps I was on it yesterday, but either way. It costs a lot when you get into trouble, especially, yeah, no, it does Tar Heel when you get in trouble. I got a DUI in 2019. Let me tell you, that's expensive. You saw me walking. You were there yesterday. Were you actually on the street? Somebody says they love trouble a little. Can you love something just a little? Oh, but back to AI real quickly. I was talking, yeah, again, just creating the resume, working on my resume and updating it. And I used to really stress about working on my resume. I didn't have a place, I didn't have the resume on a, I don't know, Word document or whatever. And to work on it always seemed challenging, or to making it look good always seemed a little challenging. And I've really enjoyed my experience working on it with AI. If you give AI too much leeway, they will depersonalize the crud out of your resume, though. And one of the work sections in my resume is digital creator for Coffee with Ken. And over a few reworkings of the resume, they really depersonalized the crap out of it. And I don't know, I mean, it might have been okay, the words they used, but instead of saying I have 70,000 subscribers or $300 in revenue, they just kind of use generic words about storytelling and various other things. And I think you need to remember what makes you special before you give maybe AI too much freedom to create your resume or your identity. And again, I'd reworked it so many times, and I created it for car sales jobs and DJ jobs and teacher jobs and bartender jobs. And I started losing focus as to what I was, or my experience, or what I'm good at. And it all became just kind of a mishmash of AI genericness. Yeah. DUI cost is $25,000, somebody say. It wasn't that expensive for me. Wasn't that expensive for me. Again, I did it had one 6 or 7 years ago. But I think 10 is a pretty good estimate. Oh yeah, I gotta get myself a little more coffee. Do you guys want to sit here? Or just sit here and enjoy my candle? I'll be back in a second. Oh. Ugh, I'm having a hard time. Feeling a little clumsy. How many things have I bumped into this morning already? Let's see. Snowing? Yeah, it's snowing out there. It was snowing huge last night. And again, I went out for a walk. Oh, by the way, it was really cool. I picked up like 40 subscribers on my 2 walks. Apparently, and I kind of figured it was pretty out there. I mean, I pick up maybe 5 to 10 subscribers every day doing my little Coffee with Ken show, which you see in front of me. But doing this walk on the streets, I ended up picking up like 40. And I figured there'd be a lot of people from around the world that don't see a lot of snow. So me walking in the snow, I don't know, I guess people found it interesting. Good morning, Narinder. Sorry to hear about your brother. Hope he's doing okay. I know if you're in the ICU, you're in a pretty, it's a pretty serious situation. So hope he's doing better and feeling better and on the mend. Wait, you saw me on the street yesterday, you're saying. Did we talk? Somebody says they saw me on the street yesterday, and they've been saying that. They said I was on Superior Street, and I may have been. Did we talk? All right, somebody else is hopping on saying they enjoyed my stroll. I'm glad I did that. It felt really good. Am I doing class today? I am doing class today. Provided it's not, we're not doing homeschooling or online class, because I'd be screwed. I don't have internet at home. I can't go to a Starbucks all day and teach class, whatever that means. Lisa says, I'm lucky I don't have to shovel. I was a little surprised by how many people were out pushing the snow with the shovel yesterday. I always kind of enjoyed shoveling. I think it made me feel productive. When I was living in Naperville, we had a big blizzard coming in February, and I bought myself a snow thrower. I was really excited about that snow thrower. I don't have it anymore. I lost it in the divorce. Huh. Oh. Wash your hands a lot so you don't get a cold. I don't know. I've had a cold for a week and a half. I think I'm screwed. Yeah, there's so many little sniffles and runny noses and coughs and what have you at school. Yeah, no, Kevin. Kevin said I lost the snowblower in the divorce. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard. You bought a Roomba lawnmower, and I'm wondering if they make one for blowing snow. You really bought a Roomba lawnmower? I've seen that. Way back when, at the very beginning of my show, we lived in a wealthy neighborhood. I had this tiny little kind of rental home it wasn't kind of a rental home. It was a rental home right in a beautiful neighborhood in Naperville with a bunch of tear downs. And there was this beautiful, beautiful home right back into the woods where I've done some videos. And a guy did have a Roomba lawn. Is it Roomba? Is it a Roomba if it's a lawnmower, or is that just for vacuuming? But either way, one of those little lawnmowers that would just go back and forth. And it looked like it did a really nice job. Hopefully it broke a week after I left. I don't think so. She ended up moving to a different house, and I was picking up my kids, and I saw it in the parking lot. I wouldn't want it to break, but there was a certain thrill of using the snowblower. For a guy that shoveled snow as a kid and most of his life, the thrill of the snowblower was real. Yeah. Are we venting? I don't know. Are you venting? Am I a music artist? No. Oh. Husqvarna, is that the orange one? I bought the red, mine was red. It wasn't the Husqvarna, it was Toro or something like that. Kevin said, we are very simple guys. It's all these simple man tools that make us happy. We are simple guys. But I think we strive for happiness in relationships and sex and alcohol. And if we would just revert back to our instincts of tools, I'll tell you what, I am not really a fix-it guy at all, but one of the first things I bought when I moved into this little apartment that I live in was a tool set from Walmart. And one might laugh, like a real man might have a complete, I don't know, a toolbox and a million different tools. But I'll tell you what, it was an all-in-one set. It was, I think, only like 30 bucks or something. But it's got a little drill. It's probably not the most powerful, but it's got almost everything you need. Certainly for an apartment, and I took it down. I needed to put my new license plates on my car, and I felt kind of good that I had just the right screwdriver to do it. So I took down my little tool set, changed the license plates. I will tell you what, here in Wisconsin, they put stickers on different spots of the license plate. And I bought my car in Illinois. And I think I bought it from a company called like Gerald Kia in Naperville, Illinois. And they put these license plate covers over the license plate, kind of to advertise. They might say to protect the license plate, but I think it's just as much to advertise where you bought the car. But either way, the cover that I had where I purchased it from in Illinois covered almost all of the stickers that were on my license plate. So I sat there and thought, is a cop going to be okay with it? You could just see a sliver of the year and the date, the month that the stickers were from. And I thought a cop might not approve and might pull me over for it. So I took off the license plate cover. You lived in Rockford. It gets cold there. I'm not too far from Rockford. Do I miss Naperville? Lisa, you're trying to warm up to me. Earlier in the show, I called you a troll. I'm still skeptical of you, Lisa, but I'll engage with you. Do I miss Naperville? Not really. I miss going to, my second daughter is doing competitive cheer. And she had her very first meet on Sunday, and I couldn't have gone, and I was working all day here in Wisconsin. So I couldn't have really gone either way. But I don't miss Naperville a heck of a lot. Yeah, I don't miss Naperville a heck of a lot. I like Wisconsin. There's aspects of Naperville. Naperville's beautiful. You drive around there, and there's big trees, and there's, it's a beautiful town. But I don't really miss it a heck of a lot. Being up here is kind of tough, though, because I feel like it's sort of like living in a work camp. Because really all I do is work and rest. I go to coffee shops and edit videos and work out, but I don't really have a social life. It's not crazy, but I think given that I'm on my feet most of my jobs, I probably am working like 50 hours a week right now, and I'm 57 years old and I'm pretty tired when I'm done. So I come home and I sleep and then do it all over again the next day. It felt nice having the day off yesterday and going to the gym and getting a workout in and getting my license plate, reworking the resume, sending it off to a permanent position potentially, taking care of some issues and moving forward in a bunch of ways. But I don't do a heck of a lot up here other than work and rest. Molly wants to know, where is Naperville? Yes, it's in Illinois. It's a western suburb of Chicago. You saw REO Speedwagon and Survivor in Rockford. Surprised you didn't see Cheap Trick out there in Rockford, because that's where they're from as well. And REO, Survivor, and Cheap Trick, I'm sure must have done a concert together, because they're all from the same time period, and they're all Illinois based. Do I like the peppermint mocha? It's really good. I am. I think I might have made it a little weak, and the mocha's not jumping out at me that much. Is that real snow outside? It certainly is real snow outside. If you want to see a lot of snow, since I'm reading the Bible, would I say that I am a Christian? I'd say I go to a Christian church. I'd say I'm looking forward to reading the New Testament. To call myself a Christian might feel beyond how I'd comfortably describe myself. It's strange. I'll have people come up to me and go, "Oh, so you love the Lord?" And I go, "Well, I mean, it just feels a little funny to me." You saw Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick at a Japanese restaurant. He was cool and signed autograph for your brother. Had a crazy hat on. Wild dude. Yeah. Cheap Trick was a good band. What's weird about Cheap Trick is they had a whole career, but their most popular song, probably by far, came out like 10 years after what I thought was their heyday. In like 1988, The Flame got really popular. In like 1988. Hello, Captain. Vanilla caramel. Oh, Molly Miller, you're drinking some interesting coffees. I think a little bit that I still have a cold, so I'm not getting the full thrill that is coffee. Have I ever been to Vi's restaurant in Naperville? I never ate there. I stopped in to see if they were hiring for a waiter before, but I've never actually eaten at Vi's restaurant. I think the journey, Tar Heel, is the destination. Like you said, I'll get there. You know, again, I talk a lot about the journey, and I think the journey is what's important. It's morning there, but it's night where I am. Well, it's not really night. It's just dark outside. It's 6:13 in the morning. I like the Bears. I tell you what, I haven't cared too much about football, but the Bears played the Packers on Sunday here, and I live close to Green Bay. And I went to a bar after work on Sunday, and I was swarmed with Packer fans. And just being surrounded by, I don't know, 200 Packer fans made me want the Bears to win anymore, or even more. And I was cheering for them, and I don't know, kind of got the juices flowing. Your favorite singer in the early 80s was The Boss. I can't think of any early, 84 was Born in the USA. I guess that's kind of early 80s. Favorite Christmas cookie? All right. Are those, how, how about those, I don't know if they're sugar cookies. They're just kind of lumps of dough with a Hershey's Kiss stuck on top. I've got a sugar problem. I probably really do. UPS'd herself to, I don't know what you mean. Appleton has a liberal arts school. I assume it's liberal arts. I'm not sure. It's called Lawrence University. It's beautiful, really. I walked by it last night and was showing it off a little bit. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's right down at the end of College Avenue. It's probably, I don't know, just under a half mile right down the street. And yeah, it's real pretty. It's kind of neat being attached to having a college in town. What are your thoughts on social media ban for our kids 16 and under down in Australia that rolled out today? It's a gray area. I actually think it's about 1,000 shades of gray. Time will tell. So Tammy, what does that mean? I didn't know anything about it. They banned social media. I think it seems Australia has, I'm a little surprised that Australia, again, I'm thinking back to COVID, and I think there was fairly strict shutdowns during COVID in Australia. And the fact that they're banning social media from kids under 16, I don't like the government making big rules like that. Again, I think it's probably unhealthy for all of us. Hopefully my videos provide more value than than any damage being done. But I don't like the idea of Australia, if that's true, saying there can be no social media for children. Yeah, I just don't like the government coming in and deciding what we can and can't do so much. I think that's a dangerous situation. And I would say it's a turnoff for me in Australia. So those are my thoughts on it. Sarah, it is truly a glorious audience today. And I'll tell you what was a glorious audience was my second video I did while walking last night. I had over 100 people watching. I picked up 36 subscribers. I should have been walking for hours, although my phone was loose in charge. And I didn't have much more to show about downtown Appleton. Somebody wants me to show us my Christmas tree. I don't have a Christmas tree. I did see a little silver one outside somebody's door and I go, oh, that's cute. Maybe I should get one of those. Did I take the COVID-19 shot? You didn't because you believe it came to market too fast. I didn't take it. Take it. I've never been vaccinated for COVID. I had absolutely no fear of COVID. So no, I did not. Did Appleton decorate? Yes, Appleton does a nice job of decorating and celebrating. So yes, they did. It was beautiful out. And again, I did the walk last night. And if you want to see downtown Appleton, again, look at the 2 videos I did last night walking in the snow. What are my thoughts on vending machines? How often do I use them? I mean, do they still have vending machines, Stevie K? I would say I use a vending machine once every 2 years, maybe. Maybe. I cannot remember the last time I used a vending machine, but I have, because I remember worrying that whatever I was purchasing wouldn't fall out. I think might have been staying in a hotel, might have been a year ago, and maybe I wanted some peanut M&Ms or something like that. And I was worried that they weren't going to fall out. You know how there's that curly little wire thingy? And it twists? It's possible they could not fall out. And I'll tell you what, if I put that money in and my peanut M&Ms didn't fall out, I would be in a rage. Somebody asked something more interesting than Stevie K's vending machine question. Personally, I think it's not going to do what it's intended for. I believe social media does more good for mental health than bad. It was on CNN today. Okay, well, I'm not totally sure if Australia's banning social media for 16-year-olds. But I don't like the sound of the government coming in and setting big rules like that. Molly's talking about Chris Hemsworth. Is that Thor? Thor is unfairly good looking. He's got huge muscles. He's funny. He's got great hair. Is he Australian? I hate guys like that. Actually, I don't even hate him. He seems like a likable guy. It makes me hate him even more. You know what I mean? What chance do we regular men have when there's Chris Hemsworth running around? You have a couple of older machines. Well, Stevie K, why do you have vending machines? Wolverine is Hugh Jackman. Yeah, I know he is. Hugh Jackman did that musical a couple of years ago that I didn't really love. I don't really love musicals. He was singing in it. It was like Barnum Bailey's Circus or something like that. Good morning, Danny. How are you? It's been a glorious audience today. It's 6:22. I get to leave my house in about, I don't have to go yet. Do you know I woke up at 4:40? Do you know I'm going to be substitute teaching at about 7:30 today? Do you know when I'm done with that, I go straight to work as a bartender where I'm going to work, I don't know, too long? Does anyone feel sorry for me at all? Do you guys hear a little violin playing? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tar Heel says I have a good voice for radio. By the way, I applied to 3 different radio jobs. One, a morning DJ that I think offered like $20 to $23 an hour. One, a during the night DJ job, which I think paid like $17 or $18 an hour. And then one, like a weekend on-air talent that might have only paid $12 or $13 an hour. I don't think I may have accepted any of them, but I got a rejection email. I don't even know what I was being rejected for yesterday, but they said, unfortunately, despite my great talents, they were going to have to go in another direction. It was a standard form letter. I didn't feel they really valued my interest in their position at all. But yes. But not for singing. Tar Heel, that hurts. And that wasn't singing. Let's see you make a violin sound with no plans to make a violin sound. Let's see how you sound. Tammy says she feels excited for me. Yeah, I do too. In a perfect world, I would have gotten a little better night's sleep, and then I wouldn't be working as a bartender immediately afterwards. But again, I've been scheduled so many nights at the bar and the restaurant, and I so much more enjoy, it's work teaching, But I feel like it makes a big difference, and I feel I'm really good at it, despite not knowing what I'm doing. Um, I'm good at connecting with kids, and I don't know how much I care about pouring drinks for people. What is that building beside me? I don't even know. Just some building. I'll have a good day because I choose to. You're correct about that. You are correct. I will have a great day. Well, Stevie K, thank you. A teacher and a bartender and a server. I sound a lot like Mike Rowe. I've heard that. I wonder if he can sing a violin. And Tar Heel, just because you say you can sing like a songbird, I don't believe you. Am I jealous of Mike Rowe? I mean, he seems like a pretty cool guy. He's got big muscles. He's got hair. Not that I want hair, but what is my job? I just said what my 3 jobs are. I wait tables, I bartend, and I substitute teacher. It wasn't the plan. It wasn't what I went to school for. It's not what I did for most of my life, but it's what I'm doing now as a twice divorced man to pay my financial responsibilities, cover my financial responsibilities, and keep this glorious roof over my head. Am I making a ton of money? I wouldn't say I'm making a ton of money, but if you're working 50 hours a week, you know, I'm making okay money. Enough to cover my bills. But again, when I'm substitute teaching, they're going to have 2 weeks off for Christmas and summer breaks off and spring breaks off. And if I get spoiled on those, and restaurants have slow times and slow periods, I'm keeping my eyes open and moving forward all the time. Heath Ledger, he was hands down the best Joker. Well, he certainly was a very good Joker. Yeah, he was great as the Joker. I actually liked him a lot in Knight's Tale as well, Heath Ledger. I think he was a likable guy. When you come to America one day, you will cook me the most delicious Arabic dish. Oh, look who's arrived to my show. Look who decided to show up. Who's been sleeping in? Good morning, Julie Flanagan. I look like the awesome YouTuber Jerry Everything. No, I am. Hey, Julie Flanagan, did you watch my video where I walked through Appleton last night? Tar Heel, you can't sing at all. The more you tell me you can sing, the more I do not believe you can sing. Especially the song of a violin. Yeah, no, it went well, Julie. It got shut off halfway through. But I really had I've had a glorious audience this morning. Julie Flanagan, I'm doing a double today. I'm going into middle school for the first time. There was actually a high school opening that I was going to take. I think it was teaching like consumer ed or something like that. I go, okay, I've been scared to do it. Let's just take it. I was in the shower. I'm like, come on, Ken, don't be scared. Take the high school job, teach consumer ed. But it was gone when I got out of the shower. Somebody else claimed it. And this one was sitting here, and it was a middle school job.